Chapter 11. Walt and I are driving past the Hornet's Nest. They have a big game tomorrow. A life-size poster of Coach Perkins is above the entrance. They're sure into hero worship here. Coach Perkins has blue eyes and a half-bald head. His jaw seems like it's cut out of rock. I wonder what he says to his team to get them motivated before a big game. I wonder why the middle school team had so many problems. Walt looks at me. You okay? Yeah, I tell him. I put my head against the car window like I'm resting. Resting is a difficult concept for me because my mind is always going 15 places at once. I wonder what Yaf is doing. I wonder if Franny and I can ever be good friends. I wonder what my test results are going to show. I wonder where my real mother is. That's a big jump from test results, I know, but I wonder if she thinks about me. She's got to, if she's still alive, that is. She said I was her best boy. I'm working hard to prove that. It's a little cold tonight, but not too cold to eat dinner on the porch, although I do wear an extra fleece just in case. Walt and I sit here finishing our veggie pizza. There's a wind chime shaped like a bird that's dinging away. Adler is eating dog chow from a bowl we put out for him. In a little while, he'll go inside his house to be with Mr. Simon's widow. Franny said Mrs. Simon can't get out much anymore. Adler finishes eating and looks at the street, waiting for Mr. Simon to come home. I tell him, Adler, you're beyond loyal, but you're waiting for something that's gone forever. Adler looks at me. I rub his head. You must have loved your friend a lot, boy. Adler sighs and lies down. I'm watching Bo, across the street, throw his baseball up in the air and catch it. There's some junk from the garage in a pile on the street. A broken basketball hoop, an old trampoline, a large cardboard chicken that needs explanation. El Grande is reading his paper on the porch. A few minutes ago, Benny and his mother brought us a plate of homemade cookies to welcome us to the neighborhood. It's 7 o'clock. Franny comes out of her house as an old car drives slowly by, honking. The driver keeps honking like something's wrong. Walt and I stand up. Adler stops eating. The car stops in front of the road. The car stops in the middle of the road. Old Mrs. Prim gets out, waving her hands. Oh, Lord, help us, she cries, and heads to Franny's house screaming, Ellis! El Grande is standing now, too. Ellis, my God! Benny's mother runs out of her house. Penny, are you all right? Walt and I head across the street to help. El Grande walks down the steps toward her. What happened? Ellis, you heard? Heard what? He leads her to his porch to sit down, but she doesn't want to do that. Penny, talk to me. She looks at Benny's mother. Claire, what happened, dear? Mrs. Prim's face is caved in. Her eyes are wet. She's trying to catch her breath. It's Hargy. Tears run down her old face. Bo runs over. What happened? Mrs. Prim heads for the porch step now, shaking her head like she can't believe it. He rode his motorcycle home from practice. He parked it in the garage like always. And he keeled over. Right there. Franny's mother rushes out the door. Benny's mother says, Oh, no. Mrs. Prim lowers her head, weeping. I'm sorry to tell you all, but Hargy's dead. What? El Grande whispers. Mrs. Prim nods. The sheriff's mother told me. It's terrible. Bo opens his mouth, but nothing comes out. Franny grabs onto the porch rail. Benny's